Today's metagame discussion has been brought to you by Peterik Star, Art of the Trick. Always needed a guide with very appealing images to you as a duelist. Pick up this copy today on mcoolgames.com, and while you're there, feel free to pick up your trading cards, because this book doesn't actually exist, but the stock of infinite cards that I own does. Remember, mcoolgames.com, where your erotic fanfictions turn into actual cardboard. Why are you trying to actually buy this book? Let's dig into this metagame discussion, shall we? We have a brand new metagame discussion. It's like a whole new world. Okay, I should not be allowed to sing. So, we're going to be talking about the fantastic things that came out of YCS Jersey. I already did my metagame breakdown discussion. I wanted to talk about Cody Angeloff's deck and just where Trickstar, Sky Striker, and the rest of the meta is kind of going here, because much like the books that I write in my spare time, we have to talk about the meta. So first off, Cody Angeloff was playing Sky Striker Trickstar. This was a concept that we seen originally coming out of, I swear to God it's Swedish Nationals, but don't quote me on that. But this hybrid deck, Cody's particular list packing triple desires, a lot of one-ofs, triple scapegoats, and of course everything that you love about Firewall Dragon, all wrapped up in a nice 40 card bundle for you, packing 2 copies of Ghost Bell, things like that. Here's the thing, the deck is taking the literal best concepts of Trickstars and the best parts of Sky Strikers, throwing them together in one fun-filled fucking hodgepodge for you. Fucking sounds good to me, man. If you're going to an event, if you're going to the WCQ later in the month, I'm going to be completely honest with you, you're probably going to be running into this crazy hodgepodge of whatever the hell is going on in the meta. I didn't even think that this would be a real deck, I'll be completely honest with you. I kind of just tossed it up as an abnormality, but a lot more people were aware of this than I think let on. This was definitely passed around the community and the back burner. A lot of people were giving this a lot of consideration. But nonetheless, fucking fantastic job to this being the heaviest represented deck in Top Cut. Fucking 16 of these. 16 in top 32. That's insane. You know, if you have my personal opinion, Firewall is going to get banned November. We gotta sell the Megatons first. Be interesting that they ban it beforehand or something like that. But those of you never really had the chance to kind of mess around with this concept. Reincarnation's at 1 over there. But we definitely proved that in the TCG, it's 100% viable. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't. You know, it's the best deck. Deck is very fragile. We found out, but fragile doesn't mean that explosion. You know, all the deck's got to do is OTK you and disrupt you from playing the game. You know, seems good enough to me. You know, throw a lump in it. Till then, second best deck obviously is pure Sky Striker. I don't know what I really need to say about pure Sky Striker, honestly, at this point. The deck has one of the best toolboxes in existence. Diabolsis is fantastic. The problem is the deck doesn't have a finisher. I think that's the thing we're seeing with Trickster Sky Striker is, well, fuck, they found a way to finish the opponent. And because they have the means to close out the game, as opposed to where Sky Strikers, at least the pure version, has to grind, you know, it's one of the reasons why I like Diabolsis in the deck. You get the ability to finish the game. I was against Diabolsis at the beginning of the week, and I actually started testing it. I was like, oh, well, fuck. This is good. I kind of want to cut Foolish for a second Diabolsis, but it's about the same logic as having it, honestly. One more spell in the graveyard, one more out of the deck. Just those single-use spells, they make me so happy, but to see Sky Strikers where they are right now, it's about where we are expecting them to be. I don't see any real changes in the meta anytime soon, at least in terms of Sky Striker development. They're going to probably remain the second best deck next to the hybrid. Technically, they are the best deck, but it's there. Next up, you guys already know. You guys know about Goki. The king of 2-card combos. Problem is, if you get Winter Chariot on your Soul Day, well, same thing with Ghost of Bell on the rematch. It really hurts. The things that Goki can do, they're not so spicy. It's kind of strange. Like, the whole deck's concepts are beautiful. I love the explosive ability of the deck. I love what the deck can do. It's just a couple hand traps, and you're looking like you're a little glass house. You just kind of fall apart. Like, nothing's really changed in the construction of Goki. It's still the same firewall deck that it was. All right, so those are the best. Now, on the flip side down here, Altergeist. We know this deck exists. We know the deck got the erratas. Here's my problem with the deck. You're still playing Altergeist. Trickstars still exist. Sorry to tell you that. Unfortunately, one of the reasons why I think we saw so much Altergeist in the OCG was they didn't have their counterparts, fieldspell.deck, with reincarnations. A lot of people just kind of dropped the deck, but whew! Trickstar Kaiju, or Trickstar Sky Striker with new end of match procedures, being able to give your opponent a licorice, quickly end your turn, watch your opponent draw. Now they're stuck in the phase they are. Like, it's cute. But also Altergeist lose their shit in that matchup. Fun times. But overall, I don't know, Altergeist is just inherently slow. It's kind of the turtle in the race, honestly. I mean, it's there, but what's it really doing? Pure Trickstar. So, Pure Trickstar has an interesting matchup against Trickstar Sky Striker. Is that weird? That the Pure build has a weird matchup against Trickstar Sky Striker? Obviously, Trickstar Sky Striker can still kill you, but the grind that regular Trickstar can do against you, it is still very much there. No, don't. Once again, today's theme. Don't be fooled by what's underneath the hood. It can hit you out of left field. Do not be surprised. Yeah, just burn. Shout out to Calvin Tahan. I've talked about specific players having this niche to further advance said deck. ABC has been Calvin Tahan's thing for so long. Even if he doesn't win an event, he still always consistently makes top 32 with ABC. This man has done everything. I would argue that he's the gadget equivalent to me from back in the day. This man has done everything with this deck. I think I've seen fucking True Draco. Now we've got ABC Sky Striker. Like, Calvin, what are you doing, my man? You need to calm down with the crazy shit. But he succeeded. He cleared through top cut, losing in top 16. But, I mean, we can't be too mad at the man. He definitely proved that the deck is still viable. Who fucking needs Ancient Fairy Dragon? He certainly doesn't. Sky Striker Engine fucking fixes your problems for you. Spiral. So, here's my problem with Spiral. Spiral and Goki are the same deck. I've been saying this every fucking video, and I haven't heard anybody really disagree with me. You're still a combo-based deck. The only difference is, do you want the BM with the Last Resort and the Sleeper, or do you want the true extension of the Extra Link? You kind of pick your poison, honestly. Sleepy Boy is fantastic in the more rogue matchups, but is Sleepy Boy that good? I mean, Goki's got their more consistent fucking combos. That's for fucking sure. But on the flip side of things, Spiral plus Sleepy Boy. Spiral still loses to hand traps about as much as the rest of the meta does here. I'm gonna be honest with you. But the shit that Spirals does, whew, it's still there. And it's still going to continue to top regional level events. There's absolutely no reason why it won't. And then the last real big thing here we're going to mention on this list is actually pendulums. Magicians, Cerberus, Zephyra, all of this fun shit. The pendulum archetype suffered greatly with the loss of Astrograph. And I think because they felt the loss of this, a lot of people were like, I'm done touching this. Well, here's the thing. They're not dead. No. Somebody carried a 60-card pendulum deck into the top cut at the event, said, hey, sup? Sat that shit down. His opponent's like, Judge, grass looks greener is in fact banned. Why is he playing 60 cards? And that was the end of that discussion, because he quickly lost outside of that. But kudos. Kudos to the man. He made it. And that's all that really matters. You know, it's good to see these types of things. You know, I might do a side deck video on techs and choices like that outside of that. And before you ask, I know Paleos, I know all these other decks exist in the Quatmos of the untalked about. They're there. Don't worry. They exist. They just didn't top this event. And because of this, it's up to you to decide if you want to play these decks. I, particularly in my line of thinking, I don't know if I'd want to go down that path, per se. But that's a decision that you as a player will have to make. Because, completely honest with you, if it's not one of these decks, I wouldn't play it. But that's just me. You know, a lot of people don't have money. A lot of people are forced to be in the budget category, and that's fine. Just pick your poison. That's my metagame discussion for this video. Please leave a comment down below. Love to read what you guys always have to say. And feel free to tell me about my new side projects. Definitely think this is some hot fire fuego. Don't comment on that, but it's just my 2 cents. Alright guys, do Serenos. The ride never ends, guys. Make sure you enable those notifications to get the latest videos that are being posted on this channel. Make sure you guys check out VanCole40 for my Cardfight Vanguard channel. And join me and House of Champions on the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. We'll be interacting with our audiences. And please check out No Limit Gaming and LGTCG.com for the cheapest trading cards on the market. Thanks for watching, guys, and please have a good day.